Hey there guys, how's it going? And welcome back to the channel. So in this video guys, I want to go over on 5 different things that I personally do not buy, which saves me a lot of money every single month. And hopefully by watching this video, it'll motivate some of you to actually cut back on certain things as well, and therefore reducing any type of costs that are costing you a lot of money every single month. So with that being said guys, let's jump straight into the video. So number 1 guys, I don't drink. Now yes, that may seem weird because I'm a guy, right? But that's really one of the number 1 things that I do not buy at all. And it saves me a huge amount of money, especially when I have friends out there who are constantly buying beer every single weekend. Like they tell me how much they spend and I'm just like, dude, that is absolutely crazy. Like you're spending tons and tons of money every single weekend buying beer. I'm talking $20, $40, $60 every single weekend. And if you add that up 4 times a month for every week, you're looking at around $200 to $240 a month on alcohol just alone. Now, I'm not saying that's anything bad or anything. You know, if some of you drink who are watching this right now, I'm not saying that's a bad thing, but you gotta learn how to cut that down a little because you are literally drinking through your money. Like, dude, it's absolutely insane how much people are really wasting drinking beer or any type of alcohol at that. Plus, it's not really good for you, honestly. But I mean, again, I'm not one to judge. That's just me personally, and that's just one way that I save huge tons of money. And hopefully by watching this, it'll motivate some of you to hopefully, you know, cut back on drinking as much. Therefore, you can save some more money. But now that brings me to number 2, guys, which is I don't smoke neither. Now I know what you may be thinking, man, this guy is really lame. He doesn't know how to party. But I mean, really, I don't need none of these things to know how to party, okay? I can have a great time with or without any of this smoking or drinking. Now, for those of you who smoke and you smoke a pack a day or even a whole, like, what are those, like those big cartons? You know how much you're wasting every single week, right? I mean, you're wasting like, I think 50 to 70 bucks on these cartons every single week. Like you're looking at another $200 to $280 every single month. Now imagine if you add that on top of the drinking, like you're adding almost over 500 bucks in just these 2 things alone. Like no lie, I would better you go and buy a brand new car, which is a terrible thing to do anyways. But I would much rather you have a brand new car paying that 500 bucks a month with the car than to waste it on alcohol and smoking. That's just absolutely crazy, guys. And the fact that you're wasting that much every single week on just smoking cigarettes, I mean, that's insane. Plus it's also a bad habit, which is killing your lungs and whatnot. But again, guys, I'm not one to judge also, okay? So if you do smoke, try to cut it down in bed, okay? Don't ruin your life also by getting addicted to these things. And hopefully by putting the numbers into place like the way I did earlier, it'll show you how much you're actually spending every single month. Now imagine you put that extra money from smoking and drinking every single month into investing. If you put it to a Roth IRA, that's 500 bucks a month. You would max out your Roth IRA by the end of the year. Now imagine that. That's crazy, right? Now number 3, guys, and this is something I know a lot of people do, but me, I've never done this, and it's really stupid that people actually do this, but that's buying a new phone. Like literally, dude, like people are legit buying new phones every single year. The newest iPhone comes out, you'll blow $1,000. Another iPhone comes out the next year, another $1,000, or an Android, whatever phone it may be. People are legit buying new phones every single year, throwing money away that they don't need to be throwing away. Like the phone you have now, it does the same exact thing that the new ones do. It's just maybe a little bit more HD-ish, high quality, whatever. But I mean, dude, it's the same thing. I could get if you buy a new phone every single 5 years or so, if that. But every single year, I mean, that's just insane. And on top of that, people can't even afford these things in full. Like people are taking out loans to purchase these new phones, which they pay interest on top of. So therefore, they're losing more money doing this. So that's another way that I save money every single month by not purchasing a new phone. And if I do buy a new phone, I'll buy it in full and call it a day. I don't pay no interest on that phone or anything. I get it over with and that's that. Now number 4, I do not buy new clothes or much brand clothes at that every single month. Now there is plenty of people who have to buy the latest clothes and everything every single month. And if you look at the price tags of some of these clothes, like dude, you're wasting 200 plus every single month. So I mean, another $200 on top of that $500 from drinking and smoking, that's $700 in total. Like just by a few $100s more, that's a whole house payment. Like that's insane. And the fact that you're buying clothes, not even because you want it, but just to impress people, like that's even more stupider. Like who the hell do you got to impress? I mean, that person over there doesn't care. Your neighbor doesn't really care. Those relatives that you see that you think care, they don't really care. Now, yeah, they may say something about your clothes, but I mean, they're not gonna be on it every single day to the point where you have to buy these new clothes. Like, that's crazy. Now, I'll be honest, most of my clothes, I'll go to Walmart, dude. Like, if I'm gonna be around the house and whatnot, I'll buy some simple clothes from Walmart, you know, $7 shirt, $8 shorts, $20 shoes, and I wear that. Now, I'm not saying there's something wrong with buying brand clothes either, like Nike or Polo or whatever brand clothes you buy. I mean, I got a few myself, okay? So there's nothing wrong with that. But to constantly buy new clothes every single time just for the sake of buying clothes and wasting money, I mean, no, dude, like that doesn't make no financial sense whatsoever. So I just don't do that every single month. I used to when I was a teenager, don't get me wrong. That is definitely something I always used to do. You know, wanted to be the latest, coolest kid with the latest clothes and whatnot. But I stopped after realizing how money really works. I'm just putting that money to investing and all that. So I'm really glad I learned that at a young age, because once I get into my 30s, I won't be that guy who said, man, I shouldn't have wasted all that money on designer clothes, right? Now, number 5 on the list, guys, and the last way that I save money every single month is by not going out as much. Now, look, don't get me wrong. There is absolutely nothing wrong with going out. Everybody should have a great time every once in a while. But if it's to the point where you owe so much money every single month after bills and loans and all that good stuff, and you have nothing whatsoever, then there's absolutely a problem with that. And you probably shouldn't be going out, because you need to be focused on how to knock out all those loans instead, okay? Besides, you don't really need money to go out. There's plenty of great free activities that you can do that you don't really need much money whatsoever to go out, okay? For one, you can go walk in the park. For those of you with kids, I have kids myself, a nice walk in the park doesn't hurt, okay? You're getting exercise, you're getting some sun, you know, some fresh air, and you're just having some fun with your family, you know, with your kids or whoever, or even just yourself. Just go jogging or something, you know? You don't have to pay to do that. So it's stuff like this that you can do that costs you nothing, maybe just a little gas or something, but dude, I mean, you do not need money whatsoever to have fun. But if there's one thing I want you guys to know with me saving all this money is that this is just going to be a temporary sacrifice, okay guys? Don't think I'm going to live my whole life not buying the things I want to buy, because trust me, just like anybody else, I wouldn't mind the latest clothes and whatnot, you know? I mean, it's easy to buy. Anybody could easily buy these new clothes, go out to the clubs or I don't know, bars and whatnot. But when you think about your future finances and want to get yourself into a better position to where you don't have to worry about spending on these type of things, then that's what motivates me to keep going with sacrificing these few years of not spending as much, okay? That's the main important thing when it comes to cutting down on costs, is that you want to make sure that you cut down so that you save for your future selves, okay? And that you put that extra money to invest instead. Therefore, by the time that you turn 30, 40, or 50, or whatever age your goal end is, you have plenty of money to sit on and not have to worry about anything whatsoever, because you sacrificed a few years to save and invest, and now you have the whole rest of your lives to just enjoy your lives and spend the money however the hell you want, okay? But anyways guys, that's gonna wrap it up for today's video. If you did enjoy this video guys, I highly encourage you guys to give this video a like. Also, leave me a comment down below guys, what's something that you do right now in order to save you money? Let me know in the comment section down below. Again guys, I reply to every single comment, so don't be afraid to leave a comment, alright? Also, if you are new to the channel, I would highly consider subscribing. But anyways guys, that's gonna wrap it up for today, and I'll see you guys on the next video. Later.